So let's say that I'm working on a game in Stencyl and I want there to actually be multiple levels, right? A pretty common desire. You don't want to have a super long individual level. It'd be nice to be able to break things up. In addition, having too much in one level can also slow down the game. So how do we make multiple levels? Well, obviously we can create multiple scenes. The trick is, how do we make it go from one to the other? And it's really not complex. You just have to know what to do and where to go. So I have two scenes I've created here. I have test and test 2, just for now, just for demonstration. I have Mambo here, a couple enemy prongers from the previous Crash Course kit, the old Crash Course kit. And I have this little yellow platform. When Mambo steps on this yellow platform, I want it to go from there to the next level. I want this idea that this little yellow platform is going to be his goal, per se. Now, it's pretty easy to help the player understand that because this first level has barely anything in it. There's a couple prongers you can smash. There's the edge of the window that you can try to reach. And of course there's this platform. So you're probably going to try jumping on the platform even if it's accidental, just to get to the other side. But how do I make it so that this level actually loads once you have reached this spot? Part of this is playing with the events section and using a little bit of the block-based programming. And part of this is also working with regions right here. So the first thing we need to do is we need to add a region. And I'm going to make this cover a fair amount of this platform. I want to be careful that it's not too big or too small. You should be able to resize these by hovering over that, but sometimes it's a little tricky. I actually find it easier normally just to delete it and redraw it if I messed up, because the handles on those are kind of small. So I think I'm going to go with that, so that way if you jump too high, you miss it, but also that it's very obvious that once you're on it, that's what's caused it, and not just accidentally bumping into it and having your collision box collide with the region. So region 0, that's fine. Now once I have that, I can go into events. I can click add an event. I can go to actors. Now there's a couple of different sections here underneath actors. Created or dies, enters or leaves the scene or screen, or enters or leaves a region. So I just created a region, so that's the one I want. I want a specific actor. I want that Mambo. So now if I click this little drop down box, I can choose Mambo, and it's either enters or exits. I'm going to stick with enters. And now I can also choose which region, which is this one. So we have the condition, but we need the actual effect. If I go to scenes over here on the right side, I can tell it that I want to switch to a different scene and either fade out or use a crossfade. That's just under here under game flow. Aesthetically, I like this one better, but this one seems to be a little buggy right now in this current build. I'm sure they'll probably fix it soon, but I'm just going to use this one for right now. In this drop down menu, I need to choose the scene. That's going to be test number 2. We have different options here. Crossfade is the default one. I'll go ahead and stick with that, but you could try these out and see if you like them better. And I'm going to keep this brief because you don't want to bore the player. Even that maybe should be a little faster. You'd have to decide based on how you feel. If we test this, so everything appears to have loaded right. Let's go ahead and try it. Oh, I don't have my collision set right for that. That's okay. But you can see that when I entered those yellow boxes, Mambo was able to switch levels, and I forgot to set gravity on this one. So let's fix that really quickly. Level 2 is the issue, so physics, 85. So So we have Mambo here. I haven't fixed the collisions yet with Pronger, so Mambo's just going to run behind them. But if I jump up, we can see we're on the new level. And now I could try to reach those. Now my jump power isn't quite high enough, it appears, to reach the next one. So I would need to modify that, because obviously I can't make this. Now at this point in time, even if I could get up there, this yellow platform wouldn't do anything. And the reason why is, even though I set the region in scene 1 for these yellow boxes, I didn't modify the boxes, I only created a region on this map. These boxes are completely unrelated to this region as far as the game is concerned, it's just what I'm choosing to do. So if I want these boxes to always teleport you to a new level or somewhere else, then I need to go into test 2 and add a region as well. And once again, create the same events in there.